Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Veronica. Thank you so much for clicking the link to watch today's video. Without further ado, let's get started with today's video. Alright you guys, so it has been a while since I've done an actual makeup review, so I'm excited to film this video. If I am a little rusty, excuse me, but I feel like it's like riding a bike. You just pick back up where you left off. So I am testing out today the new Milani Conceal and Perfect Foundation Sticks and Concealers. So you guys know I actually filmed a Milani video a while ago. I'll do a pop-up on the screen if you guys want to check out that old video. And I actually love the foundation, but I ended up returning it or not liking it or gave it away. I can't remember what I ended up doing with it. Just because it made me so oily and I was like a grease monkey. And normally I'm combo dry is what I found out. I'm actually, my T-zone right here gets oily, but the rest of my skin is pretty dry from my esthetician in LA. That's what she told me. But long story short, I still feel like I have normal to sometimes dry skin, and then just right here always gets so oily, and I looked like everywhere was oily and I had kind of large pores after a while when I used that foundation. So I'm excited to try out the stick. So I ordered 2 colors of both the concealer and the stick to see which one would work out best for me. These actually look the exact same when you look at the actual shades. This one probably will be my shade, but usually I like to go for cool tone items. And because I ordered so many or a certain amount of things, they sent me this mini blush and mini primer. Definitely not going to use the primer. I think I've tested this primer out before and it doesn't really do anything for me, so skip out on that. This blush I'm pretty sure is not my skin tone, so I'll save this for my kit when I do other girls' makeup, but this is definitely not for me. Alright, I gotta hurry up because I have to go to church. I'm trying to roll it up. Does it roll? Okay, there we go. That was kind of weird. So this is warm toffee and then versus cocoa. Let's see, so I don't know if you guys can see the difference. They look kind of virtually the same. So I don't know if you guys can see. There we go. This top one is cocoa, this one is warm toffee. So I'm kind of confused. Maybe I should have swatched it on my face, so I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. So this is warm toffee. Okay. It's a little orange. It's warm, so I guess, yeah. And then this is cocoa. I don't know. I feel like cocoa looks a little bit better. I think we're gonna go with cocoa because warm toffee looks kind of orange, but I might have to mix the two, so we're just gonna go ahead and go in with cocoa. I can already see, you guys, from just swatching it, it is accentuating my pores significantly. So I'm not too happy about that right from the jump, but we will see if this is meant to be, I guess. I love stick foundations because you just pretty much, they're so easy to use and so easy to travel with. However, sometimes they're not the best when it comes to longevity, so we'll see. I'm using my Juvia's Place brush, so I'm going to go ahead and buff that into the skin. Whenever I use stick foundations, I do not use concealers. I do not use a beauty blender because I've never had a stick foundation blend really well with a beauty blender unless it's like super creamy. But then if it's super creamy, it's probably gonna not last on my skin. So you use what you gotta use, but I prefer to use a foundation brush. Wow, that looks actually really nice on my skin. And you can't even see the warm toffee over here. I like both of them. I think I'm going to probably stick with cocoa though, just for right now. It looks pretty neutral. Let me zoom you guys in a little bit more. There we go. Sorry. I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit more right there to cover up that. And I actually have a mole right here. Cover up that. Looks okay. I just look really oily in the face right now. Like super oily. And my pores, this thing is not, I don't know. That is what we have for foundation. I think it looks fairly good. Let's go ahead and do some concealer. So for the concealer, I got 2 shades as well. Get them out of these plastic bags. I got the shade 180 in Cool Toffee, and I'll have to open these, and then 175 in Warm Chestnut. These actually look the exact same. I can tell you guys though, this Cool Toffee might be for like a spot concealer, but definitely not for highlighting. Just because it's very neutral though, it seems like, but yeah, I'm gonna have to swatch these. Okay, so I'm swatching 180 Cool Toffee. Ooh, it's pretty. Definitely looks to be like a spot concealer instead of a like highlighter. And then this one is 175 in Warm Chestnut. This looks like it is my highlight shade potentially. Oh wow, they're almost exactly the same color. Man, I probably should have ordered some even lighter. So the first one is 180 Cool Toffee, which it's funny because they have a warm toffee. And then this one is 175 Warm Chestnut. They're almost the exact same, just the undertones are different. So I'm going to go ahead and do 175 Warm Chestnut. Oh yeah, that's too dark. This one is a little bit too dark. So I am going to go ahead and mix it. So I'm going to blend this out with a brush as opposed to a beauty blender, just because I want to get the most coverage as quickly as possible. Go ahead and blend this out. Yeah. It's not too bad, but it's not the best either. Okay, so overall it doesn't look too bad. The coverage looks pretty good, and like I said, I think it's because I used a brush, so I really patted it in, but I needed that coverage. I am going to go ahead at this time though and add a concealer on top of it. Well, I don't want to do that because I really want to test it. I'm going to add a little bit. The teensiest amount of NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, just to kind of keep it from, like, I need some type of highlight because I do not want my face to look flat. So my fault for ordering. I should have ordered maybe, I guess, 2 more colors. Thought I ordered enough. But it's a little bit enough where it's not going to make the biggest difference in the concealer, but a bigger difference when it comes to color. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and finish up the rest of my face, and I will be right back. Alright guys, so I finished up my makeup look. I'm going to, I'm running late for church, so I gotta go. So I'll check back in with you guys throughout the day just to show you guys how my makeup looks, but I think it looks good. Turn down the brightness a little bit. I think it looks pretty good on my skin, at least on camera for sure. Yeah, I think it actually looks really good. I'm not going to do any setting spray because I want to see how it lasts without setting spray. So yeah, this is my makeup look. Hopefully you guys like it. And I'll check back in with you later. Peace. Hey guys, so here is what it looks like in the natural light. This is where I take all my selfies. So just so you guys know, it is pouring down snow right now. Let me show you real quick. You see all this snow? It's coming down really heavy. No snow last night, and now it's covered, and it's -6. So just the things I do for natural light, because I do not like taking pictures inside. I love natural light. But anyways, foundation looks pretty good. I feel like the Cool Cocoa matches me the best. It's not too warm. It looks pretty good on my skin. Nothing to complain about so far. It's only been like an hour, so I had to run to church before. I should have filmed this before, but yeah, I think it looks pretty good. So I'm gonna go ahead and take some selfies, and then I'm gonna check back in with you guys. But so far, I really do like the foundation so far. Hey guys, I'm back. Wearing this foundation all day. It's what it feels like. I'm ready to take this puppy off. You guys know I do not like to wear makeup too long, so I've actually been wearing this foundation for 6.5 hours, which to me that is the perfect amount of time because it is. Okay, so I forgot to mention how much stuff costs, so I got my phone out. So this foundation stick actually cost $9.99, which is not bad. 10 bucks for a foundation, that's pretty cheap. And then the concealer costs $8.99, so $8.99, and then the other stuff was free because, like I said, it was a gift. So essentially, how do I feel? Final thoughts, let's get into this. So originally when I applied the foundation, things I didn't like was it immediately accentuated my pores. Once I buffed it into my skin, it kind of went away, but it was like, it was weird because my pores all of a sudden were just wham bam, thank you ma'am. So it was a little weird. Other than that, besides the colors being kind of hard to pick on the website, I do wish, I know they had swatches on different skin tone, but I do wish that there was a little bit more photos for the swatches so you can kind of tell, but that kind of comes with the territory for ordering online. As far as the wear, when I first put the foundation on, I looked flawless. I felt like my skin looked so good. It definitely looked natural, like my skin, but my skin just looked so nice. Like, it just looked like a nice wearing foundation, and everything that I put on top of it blended really, really well. So that's 2 thumbs up for that. As far as longevity wise, as you guys can tell, it's starting to break down. Like, I look oily all right here, and my pores are very accentuated right here. And my smile lines are definitely there. They're not as noticeable as a liquid foundation because I think the liquid foundation is heavier on the skin, so it sets and creases very easily, whereas stick foundations are not as heavy on the skin depending how much you put on. But overall, the foundation is still very much on my skin. Like, there's no parts that are rubbed off at all. You can tell I have foundation. Concealer wise, the concealer was okay. Mainly it was the wrong shade. I think you definitely need to use a brush when you're using this. If you choose to use a beauty blender, that's fine. Just let this sit a little bit so that way you can have a thicker coverage, more fuller coverage I should say. It was fine. I didn't really see anything wrong with it. It's definitely not matte, like it's like a natural finish. I'm not sure if this is supposed to be a matte finish or not. I actually didn't check on any of those if they're supposed to be matte finishes or not. Okay, so it says it's a creamy, full coverage, water resistant makeup that lasts up to 12 hours, and it conceals under eye circles, blemishes, and skin discoloration, and then it has vitamin E in it as well. So you can definitely tell it's creamy, that it's not matte. It's not like Shape Tape, where Shape Tape is like dry. It's like tape, like it's tape on your face. This one's more creamy. So definitely if you're super, super oily, you just need to set it really well. I set it with my Beauty Bakery flour powder, so that is a very matte setting powder, so nothing was really moving. However, my oils have come through by now, and you know, so my face just looks like it's been worn. So overall, I don't want this review to be too long. I would definitely buy these foundation sticks again. I would highly recommend it just because I feel like the foundation just is sticks, so it's easy to put on, and then it buffs so well into your skin, and then it lasts, you know, 4 to 6 hours without needing a touch-up, and then potentially your skin type, it may not need a touch-up until like 6 to 8 hours, so it just varies. But overall, I feel like I really do like the foundation. I like how it looks. I like how it looks even now oily. Like, I feel like if I just pat myself, it'll look so good, and I won't have to like reapply. Like, nothing has rubbed off, which is really nice, because I was doing some things that definitely might, like laying on the couch and all that stuff, for my face to rub off, and it didn't. So the only thing I really don't like is the pores thing right here. You can only tell if you're like close to my face, but still I don't like that. So just be aware of that and make sure you're putting some extra pore filling things here. All that tells me is this is a foundation that I would wear for a short amount of time, and then I would take it off. I wouldn't leave this on my face at all. So if you're trying to wear it for longevity, personally for me, if you have pores at all, it may not work for you. I wouldn't necessarily buy the concealer again, but it is a good concealer. So it's not that the concealer is not performing well. I just think the combination for my skin type does not work. Overall, I really thoroughly like this foundation. I would highly recommend it. Not the concealer so much if you have the same skin type as me, as I said. But overall, I think it's worth a try because it's only $8 for the concealer, and then $10 or $9 for the concealer, $10 for the foundation. So it's not too bad at all. Just be careful with your shade range, but very woman of color friendly, at least for my skin tone. Hopefully you guys enjoy this video. It has been so long since I've done like a makeup review. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye!